my name is Reeya. I'm 15 years old and I'm an innovator at the Knowledge Society. I'm also a really big Taylor Swift fan. Just a few weeks ago, she opened up her pre-sale tour tickets, and within minutes, these tickets were sold out because the demand was so high. And to be honest, Taylor Swift tickets aren't really necessary to live. Don't tell my mom that though. But what if the situation was applied to something that was a need? Something that depended on life or death? Just like Taylor Swift tickets, organs are also in high demand but have a low supply. In fact, in the US, over 107,000 people are on the organ transplant waitlist, and 17 people die every single day just on this waitlist. And to combat this, we either need to decrease demand or increase supply. But decreasing demand is not an option because you can't decrease the number of people that need an organ transplant. But in fact, you can increase supply. And there's two approaches to this. The first being either synthetically producing organs using xenotransplantation or 3D printing. Xenotransplantation is modifying animal organs to fit the human body. In fact, just last year, we fit a pig's heart into a human body. But the issue with this is that it's still in early stages of research, and it needs a lot of time, money, and needs a lot of capital to become commercially viable. The second approach, which I personally resonate with more, is decreasing organ wastage. In fact, 1 in 5 organs are wasted annually. That's thousands of surgeries and organ transplantations that could have happened, but didn't. So why are so many organs wasted? There's two reasons for this. The first being damage. So while the organ is being surgically removed, the sanitation can be lacking, which is why organs can be damaged. Or the second reason is that when it's being transported, there's a lack of oxygen supply, and that makes the organ damaged. The second reason is rejection. So once the organ is actually put into the human body, the body views it as a foreign object, which is why it becomes rejected. In fact, 30% of organ transplants are rejected in just the first year of transplantation. This brings me to the idea of my project, OrganLink. It's so surprising that there's so many organs that are being rejected. And it's because the matching process is inefficient. Right now, we look at the following things to match organs. So you can't just match organs based on, oh, I want to sell my organ, or I want to donate my organ to you, and you need an organ, and I'll just give you my organ. That's not how it works. You need to figure out and take a series of tests to find the following things. But the biggest gap in this is that we don't look at the non-major histocompatibility antigens. So what does this mean? So these antigens are based on a person's DNA. So these DNA makes up and builds your amino acids, which builds the proteins in these antigens. So that basically means that these antigens are unique to each person, and it's very hard and time consuming to find and match these antigens by hand. So OrganLink basically takes this and streamlines the entire process. It's like a dating app, but for organs, except it's a lot more successful and a lot less swiping left. And it uses AI algorithms such as NLPs, feature extraction, and a regression model. So the first point is the NLP, or natural learning processes. So the donor and the recipient both go to the lab and they get a blood test done. This blood test is then uploaded by the lab, and this blood test basically is trying to find out the genetic description of each person. From this, there's feature extraction, which is basically trying to figure out what each person's antigens are and mutations that are in their body. After this, they're classified and they're named. This is then brought into the regression model. The regression model is basically comparing two relationships. So in this sense, it's the donor and recipient's antigen pairs as well as the compatibility percentage. And this entire model is trained on thousands and thousands of research papers that explain which antigens are compatible and which are not. So I personally resonate with this problem a lot because I find it so cool that just by changing this minor change in the matching process, we can combat 80% of the organ transplantation rejections. And it also automates the organ distribution and personalizes it to fit your needs. This matching process is very critical in organ transplantation. And just by making such a small change, we can help and impact thousands, if not millions. And just by using simple tools such as NLPs, regression models, and feature extractions, we can not only save time, money, but also lives. We can give the people who deserve a second chance at life that second chance. This is a battle worth fighting for. Thank you.